Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. It's been a while. Hello, Brackatoon. Okay, get down. Go to sleep. Hi guys. So, I'm back with some videos. I've been really struggling with art block for months now. I probably made an how to get out an art block video so that I can get out of art block, and I still haven't gotten out of art block. Goes to show you how difficult it can be to really get yourself motivated and get your situation to the best ability to create. So I've been having moments of energy. As you guys know, I'm pregnant and I've been taking advantage of those moments. So I have a couple videos lined up. I'm actually working on another video right here, but I wanted to start this new video on creating tiny paintings. So Leslie Strauss, I think I'm saying her name correctly, has a challenge of creating 100 tiny paintings in 1 year. And I thought this would be the perfect challenge for me to create at least 2 paintings a week, which I think is manageable. Or if I skip a week, I just want to manage to make 8 paintings, tiny paintings a week, which I think is manageable for me. So I'm going to determine the size of the paper. I'm actually going to head over to work and cut my paper there. I'm going to use watercolor paper. I'm also going to be using watercolor. I think I want to use possibly a pen and just keep it simple. Watercolor and a pen, and that's it. So what I like that she did was she kept it simple. She set up her station and that helped her to kind of get things going. So let's jump into setting up my station and getting things going. What do you think that I should do for my topic for these tiny paintings? Are you posing for me? Are you trying to say yourself? I'm thinking no. What a useless manager and assistant manager. Okay, so I currently have this station set up ready to go for my next video, and I don't want to ruin things just yet, but I do want to jump into setting up the supplies and think about the paper and the colors, and even think about the theme that is going to go along with this. But this is going to be another painting for my baby. I've been like obsessed. I don't want to spoil anything because I haven't released that video yet, but we have a name and we have kind of a theme going on here. So I'll save that for that video. It's probably out before this one, so definitely check it out if you want to know the name of my baby. Here she is, taking over all of my space inside of me. So I'm going to jump over to paper and see what I want. Okay, my plants have been struggling for some time now, but I have been trying to take care of them slowly. Okay, so let's see what I have here. Are you going to tell me what to pick? So I know I want to use watercolor, so I don't want hot press. So I'm thinking cold press paper. I don't think mixed media or black paper will do. I don't have very many options actually. This might be a good option. Okay, let's see. I know I have a smaller book like this, and that's what I'm looking for. I need to go wash my hands and I'll be right back. This stuff in there is very dusty. Where could it be? I know. Ooh, I want to use this as like as the keeper of all the small things. Okay, I think I know where that paper is. Did I tell you guys I'm getting a new studio? It's going to be in the basement. Nope. I'm gonna find those pieces of paper. Just when you think you cleaned your studio and know where everything is, you don't. This is what my problem is. I was with my sketchbook book bag. Sketchbook book bag is disassembled. Sometimes you just gotta talk through things, because here it is. Oh, all of that for nothing. I don't even have enough in here. This is what I was looking for. But I do have a lot of the Aquarello, so I might use that one. Wow, that was a waste of time. Okay, so I was thinking my travel brushes would be good for this, and I need a pencil. Oh, here's my favorite pencil. I also added a folder to this, which I'll show you in a minute. But I think the folder will be helpful to keep all the pieces of paper together. Okay, watercolor palette. I ordered a watercolor palette in the mail that's actually a tiny one. Hasn't arrived yet. So that might be my watercolor palette thingy, but I don't have enough watercolors to fill it. I was actually going to use that for my neon watercolors. Decisions. I love this pan here. This is my favorite pan. It's like all the natural colors. So I'm obviously thinking landscapes and houses, and this one's more of my vibrant color palette. So I might condense those, but I don't want to mix them up. Oh, guys, I just remember I made this watercolor palette that's actually tiny. Let's see if this works. So I forgot to put gouache in here. Nah, it's not gonna work. Okay, so far we still have to decide on our watercolor palettes. We have our pencil, our rag, our pens, our water sprayer. We have a washi tape. So utensils. I have this clip just in case. I don't know if I'll need it. I have my container here. I'm just gonna throw things in there for now. I have these two water containers, one to carry and one to kind of use. I have my brushes because I don't know. These ones are too big a little bit. And I think I put one extra one in here. Nope. Yeah, this one only brings 3. And these ones bring 4. And these ones are smaller. So I'll use those. And I have my paper. So I also was thinking of carrying this little swatch thing that I made a long time ago. So some of this is Arches paper. This is like scrap watercolor, like cheaper paper. So that'll be good to like test things out before I commit. And it could always hold the smaller cards. So these I don't think I need. I don't even remember anymore what brushes these were. So right now my best bet is probably the fluid watercolor cold press paper, but I did want to see how many sheets I had in this one. And the last thing is the watercolor. So I do like this idea of keeping it tiny, and because I have this like nomenclature of like stickers, if I need to put it back in this palette, I can remember what they were. So let's see. It's so cute too. It's so tiny. That's perfect. I have 2 blues, I have 3 yellows, I have 3 greens, 4 browns, 1 red, and 1 dark. Perfect. Do, 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 do. And the last thing I was going to say, I was going to use this box, but I have that bag. The only thing I'm using in here is the sharpener and the dry erase, or the kneaded eraser. So I'm going to take this little container because the other one can be held in here so it doesn't get hair on it. So let's organize this. I'm gonna make a card swatch for this, and I gotta make sure I reference my other palettes because I will forget. So I'm thinking here would be a good idea to keep the paper, or let's try this. Let's tell you. I have my black wing pencil. I have my 4H Tombow, favorite pencil ever. And I have my 0.5 Staedtler's pigment pen. I have my 0.2 Staedtler's pigment pen. I'm going to put my sharpener down here. I have my Zebra clip pen 0.5. Just in case if I want to make light marks. And I like the way that this one looks like pencil, but it's pen. I have my clip, just in case if I need it. I have my washi tape. I I have a water spritzer, which I need to fill. And then I have my water containers, which I will probably keep here. And this thing came with stickers. I'm gonna just put those aside. I will probably keep this because it's not too attractive. Folded up in here. And then my eraser. Let's try for this. And now I can put my watercolors. I could probably put this face down. And now I have space for my paper right here in this little white slot. I might end up getting like a collapsible small cup, but in the meantime, I'm gonna figure out the dimension to cut my paper, and then we can do our first little painting. How fun. Okay guys, so I came back from work and I was able to get, everything's in the way, get the fluid 9x12 paper into this small stack, which I think I made it 4x4 or 4x4.5 inches, and I only was able to make 88 of these. I forget how many sheets I have, but yeah, total to 88 sheets. So that means I have to get a new pad and make 100, which is only a couple more. But I also have to kind of disconnect them, so you see how I did it like 2 and 3 sheets at a time because it was harder, it was easier to cut. So I have to clean these up, and then I'm going to jump into editing, and then we're going to jump into making one of these. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm thinking something along this realm of image. Let's view this larger, and something like where there is depth. So we have a nice foreground, a nice midground, some nice atmosphere. So I do think this is a good image. I'm actually going to just dump this into my Peachtober folder and change the folder name to challenge, art challenges maybe. That's a good one. So let's see where this takes us. This here is a fun one. This seems to be pretty tough if it lets me click on it. So that seems cool, but I don't think I can pin this. Oh yes, I can. I'm gonna put in my Peachtober. This is a nice one. Okay, let's see what we have. I have some good challenge images in here. Ooh, this is what I was thinking. Let's look at this bigger. So like architectural things, some greenery, beautiful, love it. Okay, I'm gonna do this for a couple more minutes and try to come up with a nice sort of collection, and then I'm gonna pop back over. I'm also gonna try to clean up some of these edges, and I will see you soon. So this is what I struggle with every day. I mean, other than my hair being tangled, but I found inspiration and I lost inspiration. So I was actually re-inspired to do something different. I'm gonna clean this up to keep this. It's not much cleaning to do, but I'm going to work on a different project, and I'm just gonna keep this aside. I do have time in my schedule to work on this project tomorrow, but as long as I have some creative inspiration, I'm going to take advantage of that. And I was able to clean up the edges. I was talking about getting, sorry, let me stop making all this ruckus. I was talking about getting a rounded corner thing. I still might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But look at how cute. I have my things, my little palette, brushes, and I can just take this with me and be good to go. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this other project just to kind of get some motivation again. And this project that I'm going to be working on is very abstract, so I've been working on these things for some months now. I love like making this tissue, colorful tissue paper thing. A lot of my inspiration had vibrant colors, so that's going to be a challenge. I might end up bringing in some bright colors, but we could play around with some neutral colors. So I'm just gonna make some fun trace paintings, and I'm just gonna call it a night. Alright guys, I'm back with this project, and I was able to find some inspiration that I already pinned on my Pinterest board, and I thought it was perfect to just use what I had already. So I'm gonna show you some of the things. So I have a ton of pins. Oh, this is kind of tiny. Anywho, so in aerial view, I love like abstract sort of things that look like aerial views. Like I just imagine this being like the ocean sort of thing. I love stuff like this. So I have tons of things. Oh my god, this one's a recent pin. Let's make this bigger. So good. It's like butterflies and birds, but in a smaller view, it looks very abstracted. So some of these types of things, which I already kind of do in some of my current work, I love things like this that kind of show trails and views of actual maps. I love this. I'm gonna pin it. So you can see like the trail. So I think I'm gonna definitely do some of those. Some other things I love that I already had are my architectural building elements. And this is where I was mentioning I have a lot of colorful things. Like I love these doors. Love these doors. So I'm not sure how easy it's going to be for me to avoid having color. Excuse my nails. I was gardening this morning and I have like messy nails. So, what else is in here that I loved? I have some doors that I love. Like this one is one of my favorites. There are a couple things in here. I love like simple things like this, like storefronts. So I have those. Then I have my art challenge board, which I have some good ideas, like some landscapes in here, some scenery. This is way back when I was trying to do Peachtober, but I never accomplished. Then I have, oh my god, now I remember my dream. This crocodile made it to my dream last night. The scariest dream. ever. And I kept on avoiding crocodiles in a pond slash like water, I don't know, reserve or something, where we were swimming, and there were all these baby crocodiles trying to eat us. So that's a funny thing that now I remember my dream because of this. Yeah, I love this little cat. So we'll see where we start. But I have so many good ideas in here. Like my dream house pin board has some fun Spanish like housing. Like, this is so cute. I dream to live there. Look at that. Beautiful. I think this is an AI image. No, I think it's real. I have a hair in my mouth. Okay. So, let me pick an image for today. Something that's easy, that's gonna set things off. And let's see where it takes us. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this inspiration. I love how it looks like watercolor. This is actually an installation. Looks like in London. Artist Rana Begums. So I love her installation here. And this is my favorite style. So let me show you some. So I actually kind of love doing this type of stuff, but with painting. So I take trace and I color it. This was me kind of just loosening up, but I then transfer that over to some sort of landscape. So this one is to be viewed like this, and I'm very inspired by my stuff recently. So I think I'm going to use this as inspiration, and I'm going to see where this takes me. It's easy enough, and it will motivate me to keep going. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, here's the very first painting. So along with that image that I showed you from the artist, I drew a lot of inspiration from this, which actually, so this one, I forget what it's called, but this one's actually an aerial view of what I imagine to be like a lake. So this would be like the tree area, and then here would be the lake or the river or whatever. And then on the other side is the trees. So I translated that into mountains, and I try to make some similar colors and keep it with that sort of soft, subtle, atmospheric view. I'm gonna let this dry and see if I need to make it add more or make it vibrant. But I did start to think about adding pen, and it was way too dark for this style of art. So I think I might just leave it as is. I like it. And I kind of like when the pencil shows a bit. So I'm going to test that out to see if I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to call this one done. Very satisfying.